We are now theoretically live. Welcome to episode 1 of Havencast, which is now what we are calling episode 2 of whatever the heck we had been calling it. I think it used to be
Woodhaven Podcast.
Just the Woodhaven Podcast is what I remember.
Yeah. Anyway, we're Havencast now. My camera has
Woohoo!
gotten different. Yeah.
Okay.
My camera is doing things, and I'm not happy.
You're never happy.
No, I'm not. There we go. Perfect.
There we go. I got that done. It's a little hard to understand, but I'm sure you guys will get it.
So, in this podcast, we are going to be covering the Darude sandstorm sitting across the globe, John Cleese's report on the threat levels in Europe, the recent dropout of Hillary Clinton in the U.S. presidential race, and we're going to end this with a debate on who exactly is the man. With me today is Ace Piplum and David. OrenjiGatsu had been going to be here. I can't.
I never put a space there. I'm lazy.
I didn't say there was a space.
I have a.
I know, but you said Piplum
objection?
Is what I heard.
I said Piplum because that's what I have written down.
Oh.
I have an objection.
Piplum? What is autocorrect that in anybody's head?
Piplum.
I have an objection. I am not David. I do not know who this David is. I am the Wolvesbane.
Okay, I'm going to correct your nameplate on the fly here, if I can find it.
Oh, you call me David. All right. Warm your camera.
Okay, you should see the stream update now.
I'm looking at it.
David, or he's now Wolvesbane. Anyway, okay, our first real topic, because today's April 1st of 2016. Our first real topic is the future of Woodhaven.
Cool.
Yeah, so as you may or may not be aware, I am the administrator of not Punchwood. This isn't Punchwood.
It hasn't
Can
been
you tell how
ever.
much sleep I got last night? No, I'm the admin of Woodhaven. One of two, technically. But Soul Fox is running a business and has a life. And I only have 3/4 of a life, so I'm the de
I
facto
have a
admin.
single quarter. You have me beat.
No, I have 3/4. I have a job.
I have no life.
I have a quarter of a life.
Anyway, so I've been working on slowly trying to get the server up for an actual website that we own and stuff. And I have all the stuff together to do it. It's just getting it done takes time. And I have things like this podcast that I'm running right now because Jbeg is not able to be here today.
He said he might try to pop in for a bit. I don't know how that's going to affect your fancy green picture.
It's going to destroy absolutely everything.
We're supposed to learn. That's how this works. You learn by doing the job.
It's going to destroy everything, and there's no way around that because Skype is Skype, and it's silly. Anyway, so, what was
Future of Woodhaven. That's
Future
the topic.
of Woodhaven, yeah. So, all that it's really waiting on is for me and anyone else to have enough time. So if there's a viewer who's technically inclined, or one of you people here who's sufficiently technically inclined, who's willing to spend an afternoon to help me with this, we can get it up in probably one afternoon. Anyway, that's the future of Woodhaven, where we are in fact working on that. The existence or lack thereof of Punchwood will not actually affect things, as at this point, we're a different community. We've got our own people. We have our own podcast. We've moved away from Minecraft. 3/4 of us don't actually watch Paul Stars Jr. anymore and haven't for years.
I never did. Not gonna lie. I never did.
I did briefly at the start of the whole thing.
No, I still watch Paul Soares Jr.,
You are
but
the
that's
odd man
besides
out.
the point. Did you guys see Paul Soares Jr.'s April 1st prank?
Obviously
No, I
not.
didn't because I haven't
I
watched
was
him for
okay.
years.
Nah, did you see that? It's Honey Pop,
Oh.
uncensored.
Not even gonna lie.
Oh.
Judge me if you wish. I love that game.
I am judging you.
I,
I am judging
Go ahead.
you.
I don't care.
honestly, I don't care what you like. I am.
I do. I think you're a horrible person.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna argue.
I hang out with people who dress up in animal costumes for fun, so
Ooh, Nog, are
I
you a
can't
furry?
exactly. I can't exactly judge here. David, my profile status on Skype and on Woodhaven is literally, I am probably a cat.
I always thought that was just an admiration of cats. I didn't know how far it went,
Funny.
but now I know that it goes that
Of course
deep.
it's
I'm
cats
gonna,
because they're hilarious.
I'm going to pray for you now. Nog.
Pray for me too, furry. I will admit it.
Anyway,
Bite.
on an
Literally.
actual topic. See,
Back to the-
Jbeg's not here, and we've already gone way off the rails. Anyway,
We are nothing without you.
next topic. Next topic. Need for Speed 2015.
All right.
Have any of you guys played it?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Have any of you
Bring it
guys
her-
played the previous Need for Speeds?
Nope.
Most Wanted on
2005?
the Xbox and the DS.
That would be 2005. Good. You're
Yeah.
going to know what I'm talking about. So,
I won't. I'll just sit over here and watch.
Well, then that's unfortunately not my problem. Anyway, I recently picked it up for $43 on Green Man Gaming. Green Man Gaming being one of the few actually legit key resellers. They actually contract with the actual developers and publishers to get their keys instead of shady sources like G2A and Kingwin do. Anyway, so if you followed the Need for Speed games at all, you'll know that there hasn't really been a decent Need for Speed game since Most Wanted 2005 and Carbon. Most Wanted was the last really good one. Carbon was the last decent one. And then after that, there's terrible handling, and it just wasn't fun to play. Weird
It
social
was always
things.
handling to me. Then again, I can't drive even in a video game, so
I can
I
drive
can't
both
drive in real life.
I can drive in real life and in
I
a video
don't
game. I've
like
got y'all
this.
beat.
I said I can't drive in real life, so yes, definitely got me beat. I have a license. Yeah.
I don't even have that.
I do not have a license yet. I can drive.
Okay.
Public transportation because it's cheaper.
Anyway, 2005 is the first decent one since then. 2015 is the first decent one since Carbon, since 2006. I would say it's not as good as Most Wanted. It's not as good as Underground 2. It's better than Carbon, which is nice.
I will be right back in a second.
Okay.
I need to go mute my sister.
Okay. Family.
Hey,
can't
Nog,
live with them.
I'm listening. I'm ready to listen. Here we go.
So
Here we
it-
go. Tell me all about it.
It marks the return of manual transmissions in Need for Speed games. So you can actually use a gear shift again.
Oh, wow.
Haven't been able to do that since Carbon. Everything since that has been totally automatic transmission to the point where you don't even see the gears. It also marks the return of tuning. We have not had tuning cars since Carbon. The tuning system is somewhere between Underground 2's ridiculously complicated but absolutely wonderful setup and Most Wanted's less wonderful yet still usable setup. So I think it strikes a good balance.
I totally did not just kick my math homework all across my laptop.
Good job. Ace Piplum here, the real MVP.
Wait. Can we start calling him Caboose from now on?
No.
I'm not in the mood to get sued by some people I respect in the podcast and video game industry.
Last I checked, Rooster Teeth isn't too happy. Cough, Konami, cough!
No, they're not, but I respect the guys. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
You respect Rooster
they're
Teeth?
good people.
I will make references to their stuff, but I will not blatantly steal one of their character names.
Sheila!
Fair enough.
No, I will blatantly steal my character name from Star Wars, not Star Trek as people think.
As you think, you were the one who called it Star Trek when we were in the last podcast.
I have ADD. It's hard enough to stay focused on one podcast at a time. I'm actually messing around with Lego bricks right now because otherwise I'm not going to be able to be coherent at all. I just dropped my Lego bricks. Good luck.
Oh no! The real Nog is about to be unleashed.
And the real Nog cannot focus on anything.
Neither can I.
So we're through our general discussion topics faster than we originally intended to be through our general discussion topics.
Yes, because I knew nothing about Needs for Speed, and the future of Woodhaven was simply explaining what we already knew. So
Yeah.
we needed to come through with a better. Has anyone seen Daredevil?
No.
I keep meaning to.
One day.
Okay,
one
let's-
day
There
we're
are
gonna
so
come-
many
grab-
Netflix original shows I want to watch.
Yes,
Should we
but the
grab one of our
superhero one-
news topics? One of our
I am
news
watching my
topics
superhero
is
ones.
What?
Glitter
Is any-
Force.
so one of our news topics is relevant to this.
All right.
It is the developers of That Dragon Cancer. Are any of you familiar with the controversy around this?
I looked it up today when you told me about it.
So
BRB. Whoa! Jesus Christ, man! Okay.
Are you okay? Also, my video just momentarily froze. Are you okay, Ace? You seem angry. Can he hear me? Is his headphones even on? Okay.
He took his headphones off. Yeah, that was. Okay.
Okay, so here's the background. That Dragon Cancer is a video game that a family made, a family and a couple of their friends made, about the death of their son and his cancer diagnosis and the surrounding stuff around that, to try and share the experience, the feelings surrounding that, which I think is
Yeah.
a noble pursuit. I mean, most of us don't have any experience with that. We don't have any experience with the feelings surrounding a cancer diagnosis, the sorts of things that does to a family.
Yeah.
So there's been some discussion about that, and people have gotten upset about the message of the game, about how it's about this difficult experience, and people are messaging me, and I need to tell them to shut up or just go offline on Steam. That probably would have been a better idea. There we
Yep.
go. So there's been some upset people on the forums about that.
Is that the controversy? I thought the controversy was about.
No, that's not the controversy. The controversy, at least the controversy I'm personally interested in, is regarding fair use.
Yeah.
So, some people, this deals with the problem of Let's Plays, right? So when you make
Yep.
a Let's Play of a game, you're showing footage of the game itself, plus usually commentary.
Yeah.
And oftentimes you will also have the music of that game running in the background because that's part of the game experience. If you remove the sound from the game, the game developers have an audio engineer here somewhere. Even if it's another artist was doing 3D art and he's also doing the audio engineering on the side.
Yeah.
There's someone doing audio engineering here. The sound is part of the experience. So when you cut out the sound, you've cut out part of the experience. Now, what happened was they had set through YouTube Content ID the tracks used in the audio used in their thing to be triggered to trigger. So when you have any audio from the game, any sound from the game, and it includes the music, it's going to trigger Content ID.
Content copyright
ID
claim.
You cannot monetize the video. Developers, or actually the composer gets the money. They had done this because they wanted the composer to get a cut if someone, say, uploaded the soundtrack of the game.
Yeah.
Because they had an actual dedicated composer. So when this triggered on some Let's Plays, people got upset over this. Because it's a Let's Play. They've got the sound that's part of the game. And
that ended up...
They allow Let's Plays in there. They have said that they will allow Let's Plays.
Did you read the blog post?
I've read 3/4 of it.
Okay, well, I read it today, and one thing they said was what it triggered was they realized that they believe that because it's a cinematic game and the experience is basically just moving, it's a walking simulator. You walk around and you see the game. People were settling for just watching people play the game and getting that experience, and so they claimed that it hurt their sales, and they said that they believe in Let's Plays, but they didn't like how Let's Players were making money off of a game they created, basically. Because one of the tweets that they got was the guy saying it sucks to have somebody else making revenue off of your product in response to his video getting copyright claimed. And so they said it back to him like, yeah, you're making money off of playing our game in the blog post. And so it ended up becoming a debacle because it's easy to interpret it as they are anti-Let's Play, but that's not the case. They said that Let's Playing has a place, and it's definitely very important to gaming culture right now.
So, here's my opinion on this. Well, I don't have a fully formed opinion. I did a moment ago, and then I lost it because I don't have things in my hands right now, and ADD is making it hard.
Here, give me your hand.
Other side, man. If you look at our backgrounds, we are technically in the same studio, except that we're on the other sides of the fucking country. See? Professional backgrounds. And then Ace, where half of his face is under the edge of the thing, and I can't fix that because his face is too low in the screen.
Fix your face,
it does
Ace.
make it look amusing.
Ace, fix your face, and also turn your microphone on because we can't hear you saying anything.
I think your microphone's muted.
Yes, it was. Shut up.
So have you been talking
not a
all this time?
professional.
Have you been talking
I'm
all this
not a
time?
professional.
Have you been trying to say something, Ace? Because we...
Not really.
Okay, good.
I literally just went like this and said, "Give me both of your hands," and that was it. That's the only meaningful thing other than my mumbles of math.
Mumbles of math. Wow.
The important
My
things
math
in life.
mumbles.
Actually, now I'm having trouble just...
That ain't any better.
I clicked away from the... blog post, and now I can't find it again.
History is your best friend.
My history self-destructs. Unless I go through a complicated process to get access to it again. So, walking simulators are games. Let's be clear about that here. They do have a gameplay mechanic. It's a game that's primarily focused on storytelling, though, and this means at the expense of pretty much everything else, which means that showing the story that's the game. So if you record a video of a walking simulator, that's most of the game's content there. If you just record it without having any commentary on top of there, I don't think that's very ethical, personally.
Yeah.
Because, let's face it, when you're making a Let's Play, your contribution is how you play the game and your commentary. And on a walking simulator where the how you play the game is going to be the same as everyone else's experience, all you have is the commentary.
I guess the problem is, like, does that count as fair use if you're not actually critiquing the game?
Legally, that's a gray area.
Yeah.
If the developers say we're fine with you doing Let's Plays, then they're fine with you doing Let's Plays. They've given you permission for that. In fact, Bethesda Softworks has a thing where if you get a copyright strike from audio triggering something on Content ID, they have a section on their site where you copy and paste it into the Content ID form where you fill out saying, this claims an error. I have permission to do this. Where they said, we've given blanket permission to Let's Players to record videos of our product here. So if the developer gives permission, or the publisher gives permission, then legally it's okay to do it. Morally, for a walking simulator, that's a gray area. I personally would not do it because it's the content that you're basically giving most of the game on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing about That's Dragon Answers sales is it's not a title that's going to have widespread appeal.
Yeah, it's a very niche title.
Yeah, no walking simulator has widespread appeal. They tend to appeal to the more arty sort of people who are going to sit down and think about it and actually get it. I mean, if you look at Dear Esther, my mom's not going to play that.
Yeah.
Your mom's not going to play that. My mom plays video games. I don't know if yours does.
Mine does not. No. What about yours, Ace?
My mom plays phone games.
Oh, okay. Let me rephrase that then. My mom plays Scrabble.
That counts. Phone games count. They're not hardcore video games, but they're video games. They count.
They can be.
Okay, debate topic for next week. Hardcore. Does it actually exist?
Yes, it does. Have you played Armor?
No, it does
Obviously.
not. It does not.
Have you played any Call of Duty game?
Call of Duty is not hardcore.
Exactly.
Alright. Anyway, back to the subject we were talking about before I so rudely interrupted it.
I've lost my train of thought.
I'm pretty sure you're done.
Move on.
Move on. Okay, debate. PC versus console.
Both.
I say that consoles are weak PCs that have, in the current way they are handled, inherently toxic things to the gaming community.
So wait, you said consoles are weak, but PCs are toxic.
No, I said that consoles are toxic, but are also moving into a position where they are weak PCs.
Okay, for sake of debate, I'm gonna go on console, I guess, because Ace doesn't have an opinion. Ace, you can be the
I'll be
moderator here.
neutral.
Yeah, you be the moderator here. We're trying
Ace
to change
is
your mind.
Switzerland.
All right.
Switzerland, ready.
So, you're a horrible person for believing that I'm toxic. That's
No,
what I'm gonna
I
start with.
didn't say consoles themselves are toxic. I said that how they are handled are toxic.
Ah, okay.
I thought you guys said you were going to remind me to not check my messages when I'm on the stream here.
I'm not watching the stream. Sorry.
I'm looking at the stream. Well, I'm not looking at the stream. I'm looking at the Skype call.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Skype call is a different ball of wax.
Yeah. See, now I can see the messages. It's hilarious. It's covering mine and Ace's face.
Briefly for about 10 seconds.
My
Yeah.
face is a message. A message to run the other way.
Anyway, we were talking about PC versus console.
Pay no mind to the man
And-
behind the curtain.
On the subject of consoles being weak, I would argue that they're more easily accessible, and I'd rather pay $300 to $400 for a console that will last me the entire generation than buy a computer that will only last a year. I'm grasping at straws here. I am
Yeah, you
grasping at straws here. So
And your straws
let's
are
just-
broken and wrong, too.
Your straws are bendy straws that do not bend correctly.
Your straws are
What-
literally made of straw here. Okay,
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Matt,
what,
I'm
what do you
going to
think?
rebut your points.
All
Point
right.
number one that I'm going to rebut, that you have to buy a new computer every year.
Okay.
My previous computer, which I built
We're talking
in
about for the same price of a console, just so you know.
No, hear me out.
My
My previous... Let me finish my sentences. My previous computer, I built in the year of our Lord, 2011. It lasted me until 2015, where I built my current rig. Now,
Okay.
the specifications of this rig were equivalent to the that of the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 when they came out. Let's see. When did they come out? They came out in
not that long ago.
2013.
2013. Now, here's the
Yes.
thing. I built my computer in 2011 for $450. Now, there's one upgrade that I made in that period. I made that upgrade in 2013 that actually brought it up fully to par with the performance level of an Xbox One. And that
Ew.
cost me $100, which puts the total price at $550. On launch, the Xbox One cost $500 or 500 euros if you're in European land, or 429 Great British Pounds sterling if you are in the surveillance state of the world. So,
Or if you're in Japan, it's not selling.
actually, if you were in Japan, it launched at 49,980 yen.
Ow!
Well, keep in mind that 1 yen is basically the equivalent of 1 US cent.
So
No,
why
it's
did,
less than that.
It's less than that, but still, 49,000 yen is, well, basically 50,000 yen is.
Buy a lot of Japanese things with the yen prices still tagged on, and that normally doesn't even hit 99,000 yen. I'll shut up.
50,000 yen is reasonably equivalent here.
Yeah.
so
So yeah, that rig lasted me a long time. That rig lasted me 4 years. which is around the same length as your average generation these days. And
Oh, wait, last generation was like what, 7 years?
7 years.
Yeah.
This generation is getting a refresh to generation 8.5 later this year, basically.
Yep.
At least that's what PlayStation is doing. I don't know what Microsoft is doing.
Wait, what do you
Nintendo's-
mean? What's PlayStation doing?
The PlayStation 4.4 or 4.5 or PlayStation 4K.
Excuse me a moment. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Was that a sneeze?
No!
Was that a scream?
Of something that probably should not be said on this live stream podcast thing.
Okay.
We are barely.
I literally just bought a PS4, so that's pissing me off.
We're barely holding on to PG-13 here. Aren't we? And our goal was to stay PG-13.
Thank you, mute button.
Yeah, that's,
you just
that's what
like
the mute button
turn on
said.
your mute button and just start screaming at the camera and just like, what's he saying? You don't want to
Yeah.
know.
The thing that's toxic on consoles is console exclusives. Console exclusives exist purely as a reason to buy that particular console.
And it's a perfectly good reason that I like.
Now, here's the problem with console exclusives. Console exclusives never get... Well, backwards compatibility in game consoles is something that's shaky at best.
It's almost dead now.
It's... Yeah. Whereas on PC, with literally 3 clicks of my mouse, I could be playing Wing Commander 4 from perfectly fine on my GTX 980 Ti and my overclocked i5 on my modern rig running Windows 10. You can't do that on a console. You have to wait for a remaster. Now that said, Xbox and PlayStation have added some minor backwards compatibility. But on PC, my games library is so much lighter. Yes, Wolfgang?
Yes, student!
Master, I would like to say that you are wrong, because Nintendo has much better backwards compatibility. And
Yeah, but
in fact-
Nintendo exists in its own kind of little sphere of influence.
Okay, well, if we're gonna talk about console gaming, I don't own a PlayStation or an Xbox. We're gonna talk about Nintendo because
Nintendo's
That's what
I
I
own
grew
all
up-
3 except the one.
that's what I
The
grew up
Xbox
with.
One.
Nintendo's
That's
in a
what-
weird little place.
And I am in that weird
Very
little place
weird
with
place.
them. We are hugging each
Amen.
other.
The
Amen.
problems with Nintendo's weird little place are a discussion for another day.
Well, then
It
I
also has
completely agree
strengths
with
too.
you.
So the discussion of Nintendo's weird little place are a discussion for a different day. Unless
Well then,
we
as-
have way too much time on our hands later.
Probably won't.
We are a half hour in, and we still got a few more things to do. So,
Yeah.
want to move on to? We'll just say that I lost because I obviously did lose.
The last
PCs
thing I'm
are-
going to say is Steam sales, Good Old Games sales, Green Man Gaming. Heck, even EA Origin has sales.
Origin sucks.
We are
Yeah.
not sponsored.
It sucks, but Origin sucks, but their customer service is better than Valve's. Valve, you're lucky to get an email back within the 3 months. Seriously. I have one ticket I have open with a problem that's actually been long solved, but I can't close it because they haven't gotten back to me yet, and it's been 6 months.
Oh boy. Well, at least Steam has less problems. Period.
Origin, on
Then
the other
Origin.
hand, they actually helped. One of their support members went above and beyond and helped me troubleshoot a problem that wasn't actually with their product. I had a dying network card, and he helped me troubleshoot that. And that's good customer
So-
service.
Basically, your argument is that the PC has a lot more ways to
way
get
more
games.
titles. Way more titles, more ways to get games, way more backwards compatibility, even than
Emulators are my best friend.
Even than Nintendo.
Nintendo.
And emulators are illegal, dear Ace.
Actually, emulators are technically legal as long as you don't do certain things with the BIOS, which most emulators do.
Emulators are illegal.
It's a gray zone.
It's not a gray zone.
So, the Xbox 360 emulator Xenia is legal.
Yeah.
Totally legal.
What about all the old classic Nintendo and Sega emulators?
A couple of them are legal. Most of them are not legal. Now, here's the thing.
BBA legal.
Here's the thing. The ROMs are illegal.
The
unless
ROMs,
you rip them yourself.
And I don't know how to do that. So every time I've ever used an emulator, which is never, which is not true, I haven't used, I haven't ripped my own ROMs. So
I don't know how to do that.
Now here's the thing.
Yeah.
If
you probably need some
Xenia
fancy
currently...
technology stuff. Oh, Nog, are you okay?
What are you doing?
Looks like you fell over.
Nog, no falling on your face. It's my job.
So if Xenia was currently actually functional, I could take these 4 Xbox 360 games for a console that I don't actually own. I do not have an Xbox 360.
Wow.
And
I have Halo 3. I don't own the 360 either.
Yeah, I have 4 Xbox 360 games, and I don't own an Xbox 360. Anyway, if I did own them, if I did own the console, then, or if I did own the owning the console is
emulator.
If the Xenia emulator was in a state where it was currently fully functional, I could use that to play these games here, and it would be totally, perfectly fine. In fact, there's legal precedence. There's a court case over this, and U.S. Supreme Court said it's fine if you don't pirate the BIOS. Actually, it's also legal if you rip the BIOS yourself. Which is why Dolphin is technically legal if you use a BIOS you acquired from your own PlayStation 2.
I thought Dolphin was Wii and GameCube.
Am I thinking of the same one?
Dolphin is Wii and GameCube. It's called Dolphin because the GameCube's working title was the Dolphin.
Yeah, it's Wii and GameCube.
PCSX2, sorry. You can tell how often I actually use emulators because I do not own a PlayStation 2 and thus cannot get the BIOS legally.
Alright.
20 bucks at a Goodwill.
So we just went into an entirely different conversation.
Yeah.
Cut this out of the podcast! Cut this out of the podcast!
No.
This never happened!
It did happen. That's why it's a podcast. It's the point of a podcast is that it's all live and you're allowed to go on rabbit trails and all that. It's fun. Ace, stop being so critical.
That's my job.
I will be plenty critical. So
all right,
we're only a half hour in, and we've already made it to the news portion.
And we got 2 things of news, and I am very, very opinionated on one of them. So we'll start with Miitomo. Anybody have any thoughts on Miitomo?
Downloading it now.
I think it looks hilarious, and beyond that, I have no idea.
I don't have a smartphone.
My live reaction.
Oh, okay, Ace. Let's see. Let's do
Once
this.
it decides to work.
So,
it's going to be about a minute.
I don't have a smartphone, so I can't. I'm not going to use Miitomo ever.
I have a smartphone, but it's also my webcam.
No, go on Miitomo right now, and then we'll get to see your face up close.
It doesn't work like that. You'd be looking at my desk.
Oh.
Because
okay,
of how
for a minute, I thought you were going to see something completely non-PG-13.
No, you'd probably just see a mess. A bunch of papers, Kissinger's on China, 2 airsoft handguns, and my medications, which I did remember to take today.
Okay. So, we are here for a live reaction for Ace of Death's Piplupum.
20 megabytes out of 31.76
Actually, you know what? How about we move on to Batman versus Superman?
for the moment.
Also, there. First, let's quick run through game releases in the past week.
Oh, that's a good idea.
This is the week of March 27th through April 2nd.
All right. Yes.
Wait, no, what I was about to say was last Friday. I'll shut up. Hyrule Warriors Legends is literally just Hyrule Warriors with 2 new storylines. And it's portable now.
Yeah, but the whole point is that it's portable, not that it's got new content.
Okay, it's downloaded.
Oh,
So-
all right, Ace, show us. And then Nog, you can read your list.
Do that while this thing tries to finish setting
Okay,
up.
Nog, read your list.
Okay. Adrift, a VR only. Well, is it VR only? I think it's VR only.
I've heard
Title.
of that. I think it's VR only.
Yeah, I don't have a VR.
Looking it up right now.
I'm actually waiting for the next generation of headsets because the current generation is super expensive.
Yeah.
And work less than minimum wage.
This isn't super expensive.
So right now it's VR only, but it's going to be coming out for PlayStation and Xbox soon. So, but I'm pretty sure right now it's VR only.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So it's a first-person experience. Where
Experience.
you float around in. See, they
Is
call it
that-
an experience because if you call it an experience,
Is that
pay
what
less
we're
attention
calling
to your
walking
game
simulators
mechanics.
now? Experiences.
That's perfectly fine by me actually.
That sounds like what somebody like they're gonna sell you drugs. It's an experience.
I don't actually know any.
Please
drug
tell me that
dealers,
didn't
so-
just pick up.
What?
Okay, good. I just heard my stepfather in the background scream something that probably does not belong on a PG-13 podcast, and yeah. I didn't know if it picked up or not.
I didn't hear anything.
Neither
Good.
did I. You're probably safe. But there's probably going to be a viewer sometime in the next 100 years who's going to track through here and enhance the audio.
Are you saying we're gonna get that popular?
If we do,
The sky is the limit!
I'll get back to you later on what I'll do. I don't
All
know.
right.
We have
So-
300 years until we actually hit the
I will
mainstream,
draw
so-
Nog on camera. I don't draw realistically, so there's the joke. Nog, you will be Bishi'd.
I didn't quite catch what you said.
You will become a Bishi, whether you like it or not. Anime pretty boy.
I didn't even understand that. And
Silent.
I didn't even understand that, and I watch anime, so that didn't happen.
I don't know what that means.
Okay,
Let's see,
so
what else came out this week?
Did anything come out?
Adrift, a new
already
Walking
ta-
Dead episode, which I don't care about because it's an episode, not the actual initial launch of the game. Something called Forced Showdown.
Never heard of
Wow.
that.
sounds
It's a
so
deck building
familiar.
game.
Oh, never
Deck?
mind.
Oh,
No,
a deck.
I'm thinking-
Okay.
No, I'm thinking of Shaolin Showdown. Excuse me. Ooh.
Did you just say Google?
No, I
it's
said
blah.
blah because it was a burp and it did not taste great.
I heard. I thought I was like, ugh, Google.
See,
Google
on
sucks!
the
What do you-
Wii
well, at least
U,
Translate
Wii
does.
U, Wii U, nothing came out.
Wee woo, wee
On
woo,
the
wee
Xbox
woo.
One. How is this even possible?
What?
What?
2 games that don't come out for another 4 days, and they already have Metacritic scores.
Oh, well,
We'll cover those
People-
next week.
critics get reviews,
Well, yeah, I guess
review
Metacritic
copies of
does
the game
involve review copies.
2 weeks
PlayStation
early. So
4. Knights of Azure was launched on the 29th.
no idea.
Knights of Azure is a tragic tale of two friends faced with an impossible decisions that will test their loyalty to their quest and to each other. It's an anime thing, anime JRPG
I like anime
thing.
games. I like anime JRPGs.
Is it whether or not to eat the other person? Are they like starving? Is that the difficult choice? Because if that's a difficult choice, I want to play that game.
I'm just a second. I'm going to spend a second being totally flabbergasted because my mother just sent me a YouTube video from the band Disturbed,
Oh no.
which I find absolutely wonderful.
Excuse me, I need to go clear my frickin' defaults before I can even think about using Tomo. Whoever the hell keeps messaging me on Discord, stop!
Okay,
Ow.
let's
None of you.
settle down. Settle down.
Sorry, it's been going on for the past 3
Don't-
minutes.
Nog, or whichever direction you're supposed to be. Nog,
Yes.
do not watch that video. Wait until after the stream. Ace, stop yelling, and let's move on.
I'm not gonna watch the video now because I
Okay,
already have the song memorized.
Oh,
my guitar if
wait.
I wanted.
Nog, sing it. Sing it for us right now. Just sing. No guitar.
we get
just
content
sing.
ID. No.
Well, no, that would mean you have to sing really, really good.
You are the person. You are the person, Wolvesbane, who last week said I had a really good voice.
I don't remember saying
ADHD and ADD. Attention episode. Ooh, shiny.
Okay,
Resident
moving.
Evil 6 came out for the PlayStation 4 on the 29th as well, which is a survival horror game that continues the struggle against the series' signature zombie-inducing bioterror. I think it's a re-release of 6, actually, for the...
I'm pretty sure it is too.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't horror games.
Neither do I. I hate them. I tried playing that.
I literally cannot normally stand blood and gore.
I
Oh.
don't find them scary, actually.
We got
I am
3
the
sides of the
scariest
point
thing
here.
in- I'm the scariest thing in any video game I walk into. So,
No, the scariest thing in any video game I walk into is lag.
Amen!
I have a good PC and good internet, so that's not actually an issue for me.
I have neither. Okay.
So on the 3DS, on the 25th, Hyrule Warriors Legends came out.
I love
Wolfsbane,
this
I know you
game,
had an opinion
matter
on
what.
it. The Wii U, and the 3DS.
The Wii U
Alright.
version is still superior.
Yeah, of course.
Just
The
doesn't
Wii U-
have the Link storyline, which is actually kind of cool.
And a bunch of iOS shovelware came out that we don't care about.
So, on to our next topic.
Actually, one other thing. There's a game that came out on Steam that I actually really like.
Stardew.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay.
Hyperdimension Neptunia U Action Unleashed.
Gesundheit.
Ha ha, very funny. Previously, it came out on the Vita, but now it's got HD. It plays on your laptop, so it doesn't lag as much.
Wait, you have a laptop?
I'm on it right now.
Yeah, it looks like you're actually physically on it from your camera.
What? Hold on.
It looks like you are lying through your laptop screen.
All right.
Moving on.
Yeah, move on.
Batman vs Superman.
I haven't
It's-
seen it yet.
It's a good movie, but it's gotten pretty bad reviews, though it's still continuing to sell because it's Batman and Superman. Duh.
And Wonder Woman. That's
and
not even
Wonder
a
Woman.
spoiler.
Wonder Woman, and Aquaman, and the Flash, and the Cyborg, and Doomsday,
So-
and Lex Luthor.
You
Whoa,
do
back
realize
up,
you're
back
talking
up,
about a movie
back
that
up.
managed a 31% certified rotten on Rotten Tomatoes, right?
Do you want to know?
Still not as low as the new Fantastic Four.
True,
I
but
think
it's
that
pretty
movie.
low.
I seen the movie. Nog, have you seen the movie?
No,
Ace, have you seen the movie?
I just said I haven't. I have
but
no
Good.
I
plans
know
to.
Alright,
friends who
I'm just-
have, and they think it was
I'm just
absolutely
establishing.
terrible.
I thought it was good. I don't know why people keep saying it's terrible when most of the complaints I've heard are angry Superman fanboys.
I don't know
everybody-
who you're talking to, but my friends were saying things like, it's all shades of gray and brown. There's no color in this. The acting in general is kind of wooden. The writing for Superman and for Batman is silly.
I heard Batman uses a gun. That's his one
does.
rule in right
He-
there.
He uses a gun that shoots kryptonite. So,
That's still
Batman's
one rule
one
broken.
rule: he doesn't use guns.
yeah, have you guys read the original comics? He had a gun in that, and he would shoot people.
If I remember correctly,
Hey.
it shot nets.
I'm gonna look that up. I'm pretty sure it shot
To
people.
be fair, it's been a long time since I've seen any of the
Using-
old Batman stuff, so...
Well, anyway,
Mike Dorian is your best friend for
this
that.
is a Batman who is willing to kill, and Ben Affleck was the best Batman I have ever seen on this big screen. And you're okay.
What?
You're playing with a gun again. You're just like,
Just because Batman has nothing against using firearms.
no, he has nothing. He has nothing against using firearms. He likes them. He shoots people. Now
I am in Miitomo. It is loaded.
Okay, what's your,
Sorry, someone was meant. What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, I was defending Batman versus Superman. Ben Affleck is the best Batman we've had, and I will agree
Not gonna
with
argue
you.
with you.
I will agree with you that the writing for Superman and Lois Lane were actually, they come across as very whiny, spoiled children. But it's much more of a Batman movie than it is a Superman movie. And when they get Superman right, they really do get Superman right. And Zack Snyder, one of the big problems people have is that Zack Snyder is a very visually, he likes to make his movies very visually appealing because he's basing them off of comic books. He's basing them off of a very visual medium. And so when he makes something that's, he does tend to spend a little more time making things, yes, not, wait, he spends a little bit more time making things a little bit prettier. Nog, what were you going to say? You were going to argue with me. I'm ready.
Whoa!
I have never seen a comic book so drably colored as the trailers and production stills
Have
from
you,
Batman vs. Superman.
okay, the book it's based off of is called The Dark Knight Returns. Have you seen any of the frames from that?
No, I haven't actually seen that, but
Look up the frames from that. Look up the frames from that. Because if I'm right,
what was it called again?
that I think it's called The Dark Knight Returns.
Okay.
No,
That's
that
good
was a
enough.
film.
No, it's a film. Pretty sure it's
It was also a 1986 four-issue comic book.
by Frank Miller. Yeah. Look at the colors in that.
There's actual orange in some of these colors, and there's saturation, and Robin's suit is colorful in this. The red is actually a red in these pictures I'm seeing.
So you're talking about the trailer. The trailer does make it look a little bit less colorful than the movie actually is, because there are some colorful. Wait, that sounded weird. It looks pretty close.
So I'm looking at the here, let me actually toss this up in the stream. Because I'm actually able to do that sort of thing.
I'm going to send a
Good for you.
I'm going to send a picture, and I'm going to so you can see it.
I have here before me a frame from the actual comic book. Look at that red. That is bright red. Look at the blues. Those are bright blues.
I don't see anything.
Are you looking at the stream?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see anything either, Nog.
It should be right here on the stream. Maybe it's delayed.
Nope.
Yeah, I have some pretty bad lag, admittedly.
Let me...
Okay, now I... What? Superman looks fat.
Frank Miller draws... Frank Miller's drawing is actually really strange. He draws everything very out of... None of it is anatomically correct.
None of it is proportional.
There's a lot of...
That is a giant butt you got there.
This granted, the scene where they're fighting takes place at night, but this is pretty identical to how it looks in the movie.
The suit has a giant butt still? I will not get away from that now. Look at that! Look at that butt!
Yeah, let me try and find a screen grab from the actual movie. Like an actual screen grab.
Let me show you another frame. I'm gonna... Here. I got...
See, that one's been color edited. That one's from a YouTube video. That's
What was that face? Not gonna lie, I kinda like Miitomo.
Really?
Admittedly, that one expression that just showed up on my Mii scares the crap out of me. Your eyes are not supposed to do that. Ever. Ever. Oh god, what's my favorite food? Earthbound answer. Fuzzy pickles.
Okay. Here for comparison is the first image I found that involved Superman that appears to be an actual screen cap.
Alright. It's not up yet.
Compare, if you will.
I mean, he just had a butterfly come out of his butt.
Alright.
Compare, if you will, the color palette.
I'm
lag
waiting.
and stream. Lag and stream.
I think my streaming software is set up for actually like a 20-second delay.
Okay.
Found it! Oh god, that is muted.
Oh.
But super metallic, what the...
This is an actual screen cap.
Yeah.
Now, in a theater, I will say that in a theater...
it looks better than that.
In a theater, the colors can look brighter. Your viewing environment's different for one thing.
Yeah.
It could be differences with the hardware too.
Another thing is, this whole scene does take place at night. So.
Well, so did the one from the comic book.
Doesn't look like it. Looks like they're fighting in a white void.
What I'm saying is there's a difference between a realistic or using the way light really works, and then comparing it to a comic book where they just draw everything the same color no matter the setting around it, is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to defend this movie to my death. I didn't think it was a great movie, but I hate how people are saying it's a horrible movie, and because it's definitely not that. So, what are you doing with your hand?
Quietly mocking Ace.
Oh. And as far as 1 second.
I love how everyone just had things happen here.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
I love how
We all had to
everyone
stop.
at once had stuff happen.
It makes us really look like we're all in the same studio.
Yes, it does. I'm the only.
That immersion.
Except I
Me.
ruined that illusion because I'm the only person who did not have something happen.
Well, you just said all.
There's literally no way to make me look like I'm in the same studio as you guys.
Get a red blanket.
I ain't got one lying around this house.
Buy one.
I'm broke.
That's no excuse.
Yes, it is. What are you talking about?
Listen.
Craigslist, someone's probably giving them away for free. You might need to run it through the
That's
wash
on
first,
Craigslist.
though.
Also, why he looks metallic is Henry Cavill actually wears, I believe, a metallic undersuit, so that it looks like he's got muscles through the spandex, and so that's why the suit
God.
ends up looking metallic like that, which is actually, I think, a really cool look. But then again, I'm the only person who is willing to defend that movie.
The saturation, actually, though, on the skin is off when they were doing the coloration.
We're talking about the same guy that directed 300.
I haven't actually seen
This is Sparta!
I don't really like Western action movies, actually, because a lot of the times they have no idea how to properly frame a hit.
Buddy?
Like when you're watching a Western film and there's any martial arts, you see the punch go out, and then it immediately cuts to the other view where the punch has already hit and they're already starting to pull back.
Yep.
Now, because they're making the cut at the moment of the hit, your brain doesn't actually register the hit. It registers the arm going out, it registers the arm going back. It doesn't register the hit itself.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the Hong Kong film scene's way of handling it, you see the hit. You actually see the hit twice, but your brain processes it at one hit. So you see the fist going in, and you see the hit there, and you start to see a bit of the follow through, and then they cut to just before the hit lands. So you see the hit twice, but your brain processes it as one hit, and the hit gets so much more power from that. In a Western action film, like, say, one of the Expendables, for example, just because that's the first thing that popped to the mind.
Okay, Expendables is not a very good example.
Actually, it's
But-
a really good example of a 1980s action movie. If you actually watch the 1980s action movies, it's
Okay.
a
Alright,
good example
fair
of 1980s action movies. And the camera angles are still equally indicative of current camera angle habits. Partly because Stallone did influence a lot of that. You kind of get a bit of the sense of them just flailing at each other. You don't get a sense that they're actually hitting each other. Not to the same degree. Whereas if you look at Ong Bak 2 or one of the Hong Kong filmed Jackie Chan movies, it feels like there's a lot more impact. Because you actually see the full hit. And you can feel the strikes. Now, that said, Jackie Chan does also play up the hits a lot. And part of how he uses the comedy. Part of how he does his form of visual comedy.
Yeah.
We somehow got onto the subject of filmography.
And Jackie Chan, yeah. All right.
Jackie Chan's a brilliant director as far as his camera work goes. You should definitely study him if you're interested in film.
I'll call him.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said I will call him. So that's all of our topics. Do you guys want to... Any closing statements?
Miitomo was amazing!
I like to clap.
I bought a
Clap it.
Logitech G27 this week, and it's going to arrive
Yeah.
sometime next week. So my next project, you heard it here first, folks. My next project is going to be to learn how to use a Logitech G27 steering wheel to fly a space fighter in Star Citizen. I'm going to figure out how to do that, and then I'm going to get good enough that I can go on their forums and say,
Get
steering
good.
wheel is the best controller to use here.
Get
Oh god, I
good.
just ate! Oh god, I just ate a spicy cinnamon jelly bean!
You're,
Well, this has...
you're choking on that.
No, it tastes... I do not like these.
You're
This has
having
been a-
trouble with a spicy cinnamon jelly bean.
I do not like spicy cinnamon.
I
This
mean,
has been a very riveting conversation.
Yes, it has.
to be fair, I like extremely spicy food.
I like somewhat spicy food, but I get really bad heartburn. So
I like spicy food. Don't get me wrong, I do not like spicy cinnamon.
well, spicy cinnamon doesn't like you much either.
I am okay with that.
All right. Well, so Nog, would you like to end the stream with a fancy statement? You forgot to say. Wait, you forgot to say where we talk about life, love, and the universe, and that's.
This has been a Plum, Wolvesbane, and Nog on the Havencast podcast.
For future
Episode
See
reference,
one.
you all
Pip
next
works.
week at roughly the same time.
Hopefully,
Merry
if all
Christmas
goes
to
well.
all, and to all good night.